Welcome to Off the Field with your boy Jason. Yes, sir. You might also know me as Football Talk Reacts. If you guys are subscribed to the main YouTube channel, that's where a lot of you guys know me from, or even the TikTok as Daily Gamer. Number 5, by the way. So this is episode 2, ladies and gentlemen. Man, oh man, I want to say this. I appreciate the love and support you guys showed me on episode 1. I was not expecting it to be as successful as it was. You guys are amazing. You guys are the best. Man, I just can't say enough good things about you guys. I really do appreciate all the love and support that you give me on any of my platforms that I post my content on. Um, I just want to always start off like that, give you guys thanks. But episode 2. So I briefly talked about this on stream, what episode 2 was going to be part of. But basically, the more so the ups and downs mentally when it comes to the content creation. Um I already went over how everything started for your boy when it came to the YouTube side. I even talked about the TikTok, Instagram, pretty much all of it I talked about in episode 1. So you can check that out after this one. But mentally, when the views wasn't what I expected it to be, it was very tough on your boy. Very, very tough on your boy. Um, like I'll wake up in the morning. First thing I'm doing is checking my phone to see, oh, did somebody comment? Did somebody like the video other than myself? And no. And so that was a real tough pill to swallow. And I felt like I was doing all this work and not seeing anything in return. But one thing that really kept me going was it was a little boy. He made a YouTube channel, and he said he was my biggest fan. And I remember he sent it to me, and he did my intro. So a lot of you guys might not know this, but my first intro it went something like this. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy Daily Gamer. That was my original intro that I used to do when I used to do the Madden Face of the Franchise and franchise videos. And he did that in his YouTube video that he had sent to me. And that right there changed everything for me. Because at that point in time, I was really thinking about just giving up. Like, social media is not for me. I was never a real open person like that. I keep a lot of things inside. I still do it to this day. I know that's bad, but that's how I deal with things. But man, that one right there showed me that, for one, people are actually watching the videos. For two, to create your whole channel and to base it off of me, like that right there was a huge moment in this journey. Without that video, you guys would not be seeing me today. You guys would not be having this podcast. I wouldn't be, on the YouTube. TikTok would have never happened. Instagram, I probably would have just had an Instagram, but friends and family are the only ones that's following me, to be honest with you. Um, but yeah, that was a crazy, like, thing to see. And I remember I'm like my uncle, he had just got off of work, and I'm like, yo, hey, look, check this out. I'm replaying the video to him. He's like, who's that? I'm like, that's my intro. You see, here, this is my intro that I do for the YouTube. Like, I'm geeked up. I'm super excited. and it just kept me going, you know what I mean? Now, obviously, I didn't see views after that either, very, very slim views. But over time, like, I started getting comments about, oh, hey, you funny, or nah, that was a crazy play, or, just certain stuff like that. And it would come here and there, but those kept your boy going. And it also saved me mentally because, um, I had just moved back to the city that I'm from. Um, and I didn't really have much going on for myself. So YouTube was really the thing that, I mean, I didn't watch YouTube videos like during my high school years, like every now and then, but I wasn't on YouTube like that. Same thing for middle school. So I wasn't a social media kid. I obviously had social media, but your boy never really posted. Like, if you guys have followed my old Instagram, which was called Black Hammer Boom, which I'm gonna get into why that name was Black Hammer Boom, but like you would see, like, it's just like random kid stuff, when you in middle school and high school stuff. Like, now I think I probably got Instagram. Yeah, I had Instagram in middle school, so it was just like a random selfie. I just got a haircut, take a picture, in my grandma's car. It was just that. It wasn't nothing like, oh, let me do a vlog. It was nothing like that. And for another thing, the school I went to in the town um I grew up in from 8th grade to 12th grade, like, people wasn't making content. People wasn't saying, oh, I want to be on YouTube or I want to do this. No. I mean, there were some people that might have put stuff on YouTube, like, but it's for school. It wasn't like a thing that people talked about, you know what I mean? And to be honest with you guys, if you was to ask anybody that I went to school with, my teachers, my friends, anybody, I don't think I would be one of the ones that they would think to make content. I wasn't I was an outgoing person to people I knew. If I ain't know you, I'm one of those ones. I'm still to this day. I would be in a party sitting by myself, not saying anything to nobody, not get not. I'm just, if I ain't got my friends with me that I really like, really fuck with, then that's how I am. You know. Even when I'm around my family, at cookouts and stuff, I'm very much a quiet person, like to stick to self. You know, if you come up and talk to me, obviously I will talk to you, but I'm very, to myself type of person. So for me to even start doing this YouTube, TikToks, all that, like, it's made me come out my shell a lot more than I was expecting. And the crazy thing is, I was not gonna do a webcam, face cam, whatever you want to call it, for my YouTube channel. I just wanted to be somebody that you never knew their real name and you never knew their face. That's what I wanted to be. Um, it was a couple YouTubers that I would watch that didn't show their face, that just played games, and I was like, you know what, I could do that. I think I could do that. And that's what I wanted to do, and that really didn't go anywhere. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, that did not do what I thought it was gonna do for your boy. But I'm thankful in a way because it just makes it a lot easier when you can see someone's face. And obviously I pivot to reaction videos. It's that's mainly what that's about. Obviously, there are successful channels that don't show their face and do reactions. Obviously, Your Rage is one most successful ones in that little thing. Obviously, he shows his face now and all that, but for the longest, he had just like talk over gameplay and stuff like that. I didn't really watch him like that, but I knew of him, you know what I mean, from other people. But yeah, it was. it was a tough journey for your boy mentally, but once I really start seeing success with my channel, that's when I became like a lot more happy. Like I was already happy, like I'm already a happy guy in real life, like I want to make sure everybody's good, if you're having a bad day, I want you to be able to call me, or if I see you in person, I'm one of the ones, hey, you have a good day, just random people I've never met before. That's how I always been. That's how my mama was, and that's how she raised me to be. And so my grandma, granddad, all of them, they're the nicest people you would meet. Um, and so yeah, it was a tough one for you, boy, but man, shout out to that. And then my homeboy Jamez, he was one of the first ones I even told about me doing the YouTube, and he was so geeked up about it. He was like, and by the way, if you guys do not know what I mean by geeked up, I mean like happy, like supportive. But he's always been a supportive, you know, friend of mine. And a couple others as well. Shout out to my boy Christian. Shout out to you, man. Me and him, we had known each other, man, mad long years. I mean years. I'm older than him, obviously, but not obviously. I'm older than him, but we had known each other for years. And I remember he pulled up on me. This is, I wanna say, was it this year? Maybe last year. It was somewhere around there. He pulled up and he like, yo, I be seeing you on the TikTok. And I was just like, what? And that wasn't the first time that I have been hit with that. Like, yo, I see you on the TikTok. It was like recently this year. There's a park across the street from my house, and I was, walking over there, just to get outside a little bit. And I see a group of kids, and they was throwing the football around, and one of the kids come up to me. At first, I'm a little like, oh, maybe he just walking across the street. Maybe his house is over here or something, like maybe he lives over here. And he comes up to me, he goes, "Hey, you on TikTok?" I was just like, ye- mm, me? Like you? He's like, yeah, you do the TikTok. And then he goes, hold on. He runs back to his friends, one of his friends, gets his phone, he comes back to me, and he's like, "This you, ain't it? This you." And I'm sitting there like, this is this is crazy. Nah, this is insane. And it made me feel great. That day, I can't remember exactly what was happening that day, but it wasn't a good one for your boy. Um, but that one right there, it turned my whole day back around, back to a positive. And that was just a good thing to see, what I mean, to actually see it in person, not just over the internet, to actually see like kids or whoever. Or when I go to family events, a lot of times now they'll say, "Oh, yeah, I be seeing you doing your YouTube and TikTok stuff. Like, I see you, my boy." And like that's right there. It's like, nah, that's what's up. That's dope. You know what I mean? That's dope. And then they ask me for advice about such and such. And that's another thing. I'm not one of these ones that's going to gatekeep, right? I know some people like to gatekeep because they don't want the other person to get bigger than. No, I'm not. No, no. I've always said this to anybody that asks me, "Oh, how do I get started on YouTube?" or "How do I make money?" or "How do I do this?" If I got the answer, I'm gonna let you know. Okay, I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna do my best to help you as much as I can. You know what I mean? But like one thing I always tell people though, with the YouTube stuff and all that, nowadays it's a lot easier to get recognized, go viral. But I mean, even when I started, it was, you could go viral and stuff like that. But if you want to be like be a consistent and have consistent viewership, and have an actual supportive, you know I can't even say fan base because I don't have a fan base really. I have supporters. You guys are all family supported, wherever. But for the sake of this analogy, I'm gonna say like a fan base. Um, you you have to put in the work. You know what I mean? Yeah, you might can go viral, but it is what are you gonna do after the viral moment? Are you gonna use it to your advantage? Or you just gonna say, "Oh, I got the viral moment. I don't need nothing else." And if that's you, that's totally understandable. But if you're asking me personally, hey, how do I get to where you at right now, da da da, and stuff like that. It's it's gonna be a lot of nights where you gonna be sitting on your phone like, yo, this video right here gonna hit, and then when you post it, the next day, crickets. You know what I mean? Crickets. And one thing that I can't remember who told me this, um, but one person told me that it's gonna be the video that you least suspect that's gonna do the best. And that's exactly what happened. That all my videos that have been really successful on my channel, long or short form, I edit those videos like this. It wasn't even a thought. I was, to be honest with you, a lot of times I'm editing and recording at the same time. So so it's like it's not that I don't care about that video. It's just that like a lot of times I'm recording, there's 5 different games that didn't happen for college football. So now all the highlights are out. All right, so all right, I'm gonna record this. You know what? Let's record this one. Let's record it. Let's knock these out right now, and then later on today we're gonna knock that. We're gonna knock out the premiere. The night ones. We're gonna knock them out, and then I just post them. Right. That's what I used to do. Just post them. And out of nowhere, one of the videos that I didn't even think I had a good reaction for. I was sitting there the whole time like this. Wow, that's crazy. Oh, good hit. Those are the videos that pop off, you know what I mean? So it was a very, very weird thing for me at first to get. Cause I'm like, yo, but this video right here, I'm like, let's go. I'm doing a dance. The editing is nice. I got music in the background on my dances. I got a meme right here. Got captions right here for something funny I think I said. Like, but it doesn't go that way. It does not go that way. I'm still learning that to this day as well. Um, Definitely to this day. But I do want to not announce something, but I do want to let you guys know something that you guys have probably already seen on my main channel. I went away from posting my full reactions on my main channel. They're still on a channel. They're on this podcast channel that you're watching this one on right now. But the decision to pull that to do that was a very tough one. A very, very tough one. And I not gonna lie to you, I kind of wish I had done it a lot sooner. Because now people, I mean, every time I'm posting a short, it's going crazy. I appreciate that every single time. Like I could post a short in 2 seconds, and by the time I refresh, it's already at like 300 views. It's like, wait, what? I just posted this. Like, relax, you know what I mean? But yeah, so it was a bittersweet decision to make, but I think it was a decision that I needed to make. You know what I mean? And the crazy thing is, this channel, which is the rebrand of my gaming channel, um, I I didn't think people would even subscribe to this second channel. To be honest with you, for the longest time, I was like, you know what? I want to do 2 channels because I don't want to mix my horror games or a game or a different type of game with the reactions, and then it mess up the YouTube algorithm. Like, I was just all in my head, which I am a lot of times. A lot of times I second guess myself and stuff like that. I've worked on it. I'm way better than I used to be, but like, I was just like so much into that. And then one day I'm like, you know what? Look, I'm gonna make a second channel. And that's when I started posting my horror game playthroughs, all different stuff. And then I even start reposting the videos the shorts that I posted on my main channel. People liked it. Now people are subscribing. Now I can post content like this. If I never went for the second option that I had in my head, this would not be a channel. You know what I mean? So for anybody out there that wants to get started with the YouTube or TikTok, whatever, social media in general, if you play games, guess what? Do not think you're gonna be, all I gotta do. I mean, hold, let me make this clear. If you guys play games, right? Y'all love games, right? I'm telling you this right now. You do not love games as much as you think you do. When you start making content and that game is not popular anymore, but you're still on it, you're gonna quickly find out that, okay, maybe I need to look at another genre. Or if I do stay on this game, what can I do differently? And a really good thing about a Madden or 2K or Call of Duty or whatever is that it's a lot of information that the bigger streamers or YouTubers or whatever keep. Right? They don't tell you how to get this type of gun. They kind of expect you to know, because you're in the gaming community. You're supposed to know this stuff. But that's exactly what you can creep into. Do a tutorial. Doesn't have to be the greatest. It doesn't have to be written down. Doesn't have to be typed on Google Doc before you do the video. Just do the damn thing. However you learn how to do what you're about to make a video about, just do it like that. That's how my first video that got a lot of views, that tutorial, that's how it was. I learned it that night. That night on the phone with my homeboy John, and then I just did the damn thing. There's lots of mistakes in that video. Lots of them. For one, I said, we're going to speed this up so you guys don't get bored. I don't think I edited that video, to be honest with you. I can't remember if maybe I might have cut like the first few lines, but that's about it. That's about it as far as I can remember. That's about it. Another thing, less is more. You know what I mean? You don't have to post every single day. Don't do what I did with that. Okay? Cuz that's one easy way for your channel to go doom. You know? Post as much as you can. If you only post on Mondays, try to post 2 videos on Monday. If you only post 1 video, make sure that 1 video is something that you would be proud of if you was to watch it back a year or 2. You know what I mean? Like, I know I say that I can't watch my own videos because they cringe and stuff like that. When I do say stuff like that, I don't mean it like the video is terrible. It's just that seeing myself or hearing myself gives me like a, ooh, damn, I sound like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those, you know what I mean? Because you feel, everybody's the same way. You feel like the way people look at you is not the way you look at yourself. The way you talk is not the way that they hear you talk. So You know what I mean? So just go for it, guys. That's why I really wanted to tell you, for this podcast right here, for any of you guys that want to do the streaming or whatever, do it. Do it. See where it goes. You could surprise yourself. You could surprise it. And if it doesn't pan out right for you, it's okay to pivot. If you see the writing on the wall and you feel like you did all you could do, pivot. Try something else. You never know. I got into this reaction content world on an accident. And look where it's got me. I'm almost a YouTube partner. And that's because of you guys loving my content. So that's going to do it for this podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Episode 2. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this. Love you guys. See you guys. Episode 3, baby. Woo!